Hey guys, Heidi Easley here, Texas Art and Soul, and I am going to be painting something kind of fun here. I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out yet, but I do want to tell you that I'm going to be announcing 3 winners at the very end of this, and Deco Art is going to be sending you some paint. So I just want to say, as you're watching, make sure you're commenting, letting me know where you're from, if you're a painter. And then especially at the end, I'll be just looking at names that have commented or said some things, and then I'll pick 3 people to win the paint from Deco Art. And then you just send me your address and then they ship over some paint. And I always talk about some of my favorites, the Deco Art 24 karat gold, those things like that. So I'm always like, oh yeah, if you're gonna send it, try to send them the fun metallics, okay? So again, those of you that have not met me before, my name's Heidi Easley and I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties. And today I'm going to show you just a little bit of kind of a St. Patrick's Day. And honestly, I don't know. Hey guys, thank y'all for being here. I'm not real sure how this is going to turn out. We're going to see together, aren't we? Sometimes that's the best way. Oh, great. Yeah, if you've never caught me live before, let me know if this is your first time catching me live. I would love to know. So I am just kind of making this up as I go. I got my wood from Craft Creations, and then I also ordered, one of these little things. And I'm going to attach it to the side. But I have some fun stuff I want to add first before I ever do that. And thank y'all so much for sharing the love. Those of y'all that share the love, thank you, thank you. Okay, so what I want to do is just kind of get this black. I'm going to add some of that 24 karat gold in a minute. Let me know if you have any questions about teaching paint parties, or even, what's going on with what I'm doing right now. Any questions like that? I'm going to try to look up and read some of the questions as I'm going through. Oh, thank y'all for sprinkling the love. We appreciate it. I just want to say a huge thank you. Recently, the bunny, that spring bunny that I did over there, so thankful y'all for sharing and for commenting and liking. It's like at almost 3 million reach. It's crazy. So I don't know if y'all know this about being, online and doing things like this with y'all. When you do those types of things for us, oh my gosh, it makes all the difference in the world for our businesses. So I just want to say a huge thank you and let you know that, by you just doing a heart or, just simple things like that, makes such a big difference, and it really does help us. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you from me and all of the other crafty, creative people out there that, this is what helps us keep doing what we're doing. So thanks so, so much. Oh, you're welcome, Stephanie. And yeah, we have a lot of Paint Party headquarters in here. So if you are in Paint Party headquarters, go ahead and put hashtag PPHQ or hashtag PPHQ sister. I know we have a few brothers in there, so it's a lot of women, but we have a few brothers. I think we're at almost 900 people. So if you're curious about what that is, we'll open the doors in May. And it's basically me just going way further with you. So I'm going to cover this. At first I had Craft Creations cut my wood. At first I was going to make the big shamrock there, but I actually like the idea of the attachment. So I'm just kind of going right over it, and that'll be covered. So no worries about that there. Okay, so I got this going. Oh, thank you, Melissa. Yeah, the bunny, I love the bunny. It is such a simple design and so much fun. So much fun to paint. A lot of times I trace my designs for my like the people who are going to be coming to my paint parties. That one is one that you don't even need to paint. Like, you don't even have to trace. Yes, you need to paint it, but you don't need to trace it. Okay, so I'm going to add something kind of silly up here. Well, I don't know if it'll be silly. Again, like I said, we are going with this and seeing how it works out. Okay, so I'm going to put some flags up here, some little, to see how this is going to work. And again, I'm just kind of doing this with y'all online. So give me some grace. Can y'all give me some grace? Is that a yes for giving me grace? Or a nope, it's got to be perfect right now, Heidi? Because sometimes you just want to create. And if anybody hasn't told you yet, you are loved. Well, love. You are love. You are loved. You're both. You're both. I wrote that on there to remind you to know that you are loved. Sometimes we don't know what each other is going through, and sometimes we just need somebody to tell us. So, oh, good. Yes, I know. I'm kind of creating this in the moment. So while that's on there, I'm going to go ahead and do a stencil on this because I want it to be really cute. So I'm going to do, does anybody have a guess of what color I'm going to do this? Those of y'all that know me will know what color I'm going to do this. Those of y'all that are new to me, you may be guessing. I am doing a stencil over the shamrock. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I know when I get down, I'm just going to Sharpie my arm and just look at it for positive reinforcement. Yes, Joan. Oh my gosh. Yes, Joan is right. Do you know what kind of gold, Joan? Bonus points if you know what kind of gold. Not that gold. Not that gold. This gold. Oh, I'm doing great, Marcia. Thanks for asking. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Okay, 24 karat gold. Okay, so 24 karat. And at the end of this, I'm going to be picking 3 names, and Deco Art is going to ship from Deco Art to 3 people I choose. And I'm just going to be picking names that I see on there. Oh, I see some people guessing it right. Yes, 24 karat gold. So I like to use, when I do my stencils, I know there's a better way, but I just like these cheap brushes. I'm going to dip it into the gold up and down, and then I'm just going to dab on top, up and down. And this is over the green shamrock that I got from Craft Creations. Now, if you're ordering one of these Craft Creations, just make sure you put Texas Art and Soul sent you. And then also, those of you that are in Paint Party headquarters, you can use this full design if it turns out cute. We gotta make sure it turns out cute first. But if you're in Paint Party headquarters, you can use this design to make money at your parties. If you are just watching, I don't mind if you use this design to just create yourself, but please don't use it to make money with it. That's reserved for people in Paint Party headquarters. That's part of what they get is a chance to make money with the designs I give them. So I just did a stencil with gold, and you'll see why this is important here in a minute, because there's going to be a lot of different elements that go with it, okay? Yes, Sylvia, need some gold in your life. Hi, Kimberly. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and it's just really fun to kind of make this just kind of crazy, okay? So I'm going to get a little crazy here. So I want to do dots into some of these, but I want some different greens. I want it to be a little bit showing up here. Okay, so this one is a yellow green. Yellow green. And then I'm going to just kind of add to it onto the flag. Can y'all see that? I think y'all can. Just want to make sure. And I was going to do this live earlier today, and then I just got busy, and then the next thing you know, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to do the live before I go pick up Pixie, because once I pick up Pixie and then the afternoon starts, you just never know. It's either I'll get on here really late at night or I'll end up just too tired. Too tired. And then yesterday was a first. I fell asleep. Well, I'm not going to say a first. It's probably happened before. I fell asleep in the recliner right beside Pixie. I was just so tired. And all of a sudden I woke up and I was like, where's everybody at? Pixie was sitting there, but Bobby was in there watching TV, and I was like, you could have woke me. He's like, well, you just look like you were sleeping so good. And I was just so exhausted, so I just passed out. It was much needed, I guess. Okay, so we got our green, basic green. Okay, and then I'm going to fill in another color for this up here. Let me see. Let me get a brush and see what color I want to do. I'm going to see if I have a metallic green. Do y'all think I have a metallic green? Yeah, no, I do, right? Sometimes you can just go straight onto where you want this. And then in these flags, I can put different shapes, designs, stripes, dots, whatever I want. I can go back over with the black. And then I'm going to put on here, you can put any kind of saying, and it might be great if y'all start saying some sayings that you're interested in, but you can put any type of saying you want. But what I was thinking of putting is luck favors the prepared. And the reason I like that is because there's so many times where we're thinking that, okay, we did this, you know, I hear this a lot in paint party headquarters. You know, somebody will, you know, see, they compare, first off, comparison is the enemy of joy. Totally the enemy of joy. So a lot of times people will compare themselves and then they seriously think, yeah, I do have the metallic green. So they seriously think that, you know, because somebody else is having this, that I should immediately, you know, like it should work right away. And so number one, don't compare yourself to other people. Just do what you do and do it great, okay? That is so important in this. Another thing is, you know, I'll have people say, like, I'm just so discouraged. Like, I booked a party, but then nobody signed up. And, I mean, they might have 2 or 3 parties that they book, and then they struggle with the marketing part, which, by the way, that booking the party is the easiest part. The marketing part is more challenging. I'm not going to lie. That is more challenging, and it does take time. Sometimes you'll, you know, have a place that, you know, helps with bookings, and it's so easy. You think, oh my gosh, this should happen every time. Then you'll go to book a restaurant, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm the worst person in the world. This is not for me. I shouldn't do this, right? Have you ever had those thoughts? I have. I mean, even as long as I've done this, you know, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm only as good as my last paint party. That is not true. So not true. What you have to remember is that that is a part of it. When you start thinking of this, as much as it can be scary, but when you start thinking of this as, this is all a big game. Like, we get to live in this world. We get to do something really fun and really cool and treat it as, and yes, I know it's easier said than done whenever you're like, but I need to pay my mortgage, or this is coming up, or whatever. But when you start to look at it as, okay, what did I do? You start taking responsibility for, like, okay, did I do these certain things? Okay, did I really do those things? I have so many people that are like, I tried everything. And I'm like, well, what did you do? And they're like, well, I sent 3 messages. And I'm like, well, you need to do a few more, or, you know, something like that. Or their marketing, I tried everything. I was supposed to do this and that. And I'm just like, I don't think you tried everything. And it's not that I'm trying to be like, you know, mean about it or think, you know, oh my gosh, you didn't do everything you're supposed to do. But there are things, like sometimes if, you know, it depends. If a place isn't really helping market it and you don't have an email list yet, yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult, you know, and that's why I stress the fact when you have parties, you get emails every time. I always stress that, and people say stuff like, well, I don't like sending emails. Well, do you want to have more paint parties? You need to get emails, right? Well, I'm a person who just, I delete everything I get. Well, that's not everybody, okay? Well, I can't charge that much money for a paint party. Stop spending other people's money. don't take that joy away from them, okay? And so I say all this to say, like, sometimes just because we believe something doesn't mean it's true for everybody. Everyone has a different way they want to live this life. Everyone has different experiences that they want to have. And if you sit there and project all of your fears and all of the things that you are thinking of, then that's where it's going to get you. You have got to stop projecting your fears. You have got to stop, just because it's something that you are nervous about, Again, I've said this example 1,000 times. I have never gone to the movie theater and been like, can't believe they took my money. Oh my gosh, I want that popcorn, but dang, they better not charge me for it. No. How many of y'all have gone to the movies and you're excited? You're ready to pay them. You want that experience. And yes, you know it costs, right? But so many times when it comes to creative people, we automatically think it's not worth it. Why would they pay that? But you have to remember, since, and a lot of you, since I was 15, I've been painting on walls. All of the thousands of hours I've spent learning and painting and perfecting it and making an awesome event. And even if you're a person who's like, well, I haven't had that much experience. Well, if you paint something that I've taught you and you're pretty good at it, you can reteach that and you'll get better and better at it, because it's not about this high intense art party. It is literally about having an experience, being able to bring everything to them, for them to be able to have some fun doing something like that. So I think a lot of times we take away the joy, not meaning to, but we take away the joy because of our own fears of, oh my gosh, what are they going to say if I do this? And if you haven't read Big Magic yet, dang it, read Big Magic. It will make you not even care anymore. It'll make you want to go after your dreams, okay? So I just want to make sure y'all can see this. So here's kind of where I'm at right now. So I just have this, let me put it this way. So I have this detachable. I did a stencil on it. I'm putting that right there. And then I'm going to put some dots in here. I'm going to move to a little bit of white. And then I'm going to do Luck Favors the Prepared. I think it was it Usher one time? He said, I'm just doing dots in here. He said something like, I don't ever have to get ready, I stay ready. So for the people that are like, oh, it's never going to happen, like, what are you doing in the background? Oh, yay, Veronica. And Betsy, you make it so easy. Well, it really is pretty easy. If you're watching the steps I'm doing right now, it's just little simple steps here and there. But he talks about staying ready. And I think sometimes, even if it's something you're really passionate about, you're going to do it regardless if you're getting paid for it or if it's free. Am I right about that? Like, there's nothing that can stop you. If you're a crafty, artsy person, you're going to be in Michael's, you're going to be in Hobby Lobby, you're going to be buying all those things that you want, regardless if you have a paint party or not, because that's just who we are, right? We need to be creating. It's not a want, it's a need to be creating. And so my thing is, if you're a person who's starting to create and you're having good success with it and all your friends are like, oh man, make one for me, then that's kind of your sign that, wait, maybe I could make some extra money to go on vacation this summer and just put it back. It doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, I'm quitting my job and this is it. Don't get all dramatic about it. It just has to be something that you can do and make, do one a month and then put it back for vacation. I am all about traveling and vacation and things like that. And so anytime I can make something and create it into an experience where I can spend it on a vacation, I'm all about it. How many of y'all on here use your paint parties to pay for vacations? I know we have some in paint party headquarters that do that. That's what they do. That's like their main reason. Oh, I have hair in here. I'm just adding some white highlights. Again, if you're in paint party headquarters and you're watching this, remember you can use this as one of your tutorials if it ends up turning out cute. Okay, I'm gonna try something I'm a little nervous about, okay? Again, give me some grace. I'm gonna freehand this and see how it looks. I'm gonna make a little pot down here, a little pot of gold. And can anybody give me the time? I don't have it on here, but if somebody can tell me the central time, because I have to pick up Pixie here in just a minute, and I don't want to, you know, not pick her up. And I'll be giving I'll be calling 3 names out, so make sure you're commenting. 3 names out for, oh, this is what happens sometimes. You get the paint boogers. You can either keep pushing and sometimes they'll come out, or you gotta dig for them. Also, I'll be giving away 3 winners for the Deco Art paint at the end. Wow, the white highlights really make it stand out. Oh, 320. Thank you, bless your art. 320. Oh, 421. 321. Okay, so I have about 10 minutes to make this fast. Okay, so I'm gonna do this really fast. And it might not be all the way finished, but I'll for sure answer your question. I'll for sure announce the 3 winners, okay? So I want to kind of make a pot of gold. Let me see if I can make a little pot of gold. Okay, can y'all see me? Can y'all see me painting that? Oh, the wood cutout. I got these from Craft Creations. I'll put the link in the description after I'm done. But Craft Creations, and then just tell them Texas Art and Soul sent you. And they would love to know, because they'll know exactly which one I'm talking about too. And I got this, the little one, as well as the hat. Okay, let me see if I can make this not look like a crazy thing. I want it to look like a pot of gold. And then I get to use my gold again. Yay. Okay, now I'm gonna add some gold up in here. And then let me see what else I want to add. I saw this cute little picture of a bird with a little top hat. And I wanted to try to add it on here. Let me see if I can do it. Okay, let me see what color would be good. Maybe we have lots of greens. Maybe I'll do a little white bird, so you can kind of stick to the same color format. Can y'all see? Yep, okay. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, if you haven't liked Texas Art and Soul yet, please do. I'd really appreciate it. And again, just make sure you're commenting here in about 7 minutes. I'm going to announce the 3 winners. When I announce the winners, all you have to do is send me a message. This is the honor system. Don't be sending me a message if I didn't call your name. Got it? Got it? Because I can go back and listen. So honor system, so if I call your name in a minute as the winner, then you're going to have a little surprise from Deco Art. They'll send you some paint, so just for watching. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bird, and then let me see if I can make him a little top hat real quick. And then I was wanting to add maybe a rainbow. It's like the quickest bird top hat possible, so I don't pick up Pixie late. Wait, what time is it again? I might be okay. Was it 2:20 or 3:20? Central. Thank y'all for helping me. I should have a clock in my art studio. It would really help. Oh, good. Jordan says, you're so inspiring. I've watched a lot of your YouTube videos. I'm having my first paint party in March. That is awesome. Yeah, if you haven't seen my YouTube channel, I have a ton of videos, and I would love for you to subscribe. That would be so awesome if you'd subscribe there too. Okay, so little birdie top hat. And then he looks very sophisticated. Okay, we got a little bird. I'm gonna put, that might be cute. Well, I was gonna do like a shamrock, but that would be cute if I did a shamrock as the wing. Just another option, people. 3:24. Oh crap, I do have to go in just 3 minutes. Thank you so much, y'all. Yeah, deco art, man. If you haven't tried it yet, you have got to, okay? It is, I used to only use, which, I mean, depending on what thing you're at, I give some tricks and secrets on how to get cheaper paint with deco arts in my paint party headquarters. But when I first started, I'm just adding some gold just with this brush. When I first started, I only used pretty much what was at Walmart, and then I started using deco art and have fell in love, especially, oh my gosh, especially with their metallics. That has been my favorite of all of them. So I added a little bit of gold there. I'm gonna put a little bit down here too. And then the 24 karat gold is really my favorite. And then what I used today was a yellow green and a festive green. And then again, if you're in Paint Party Headquarters, you can use this design if it ends up turning out okay for your parties. If you are not in Paint Party Headquarters, I don't mind if you use it if it's only for personal use. But if you're trying to make money off of it, please know that that's, please don't do that. Please don't do it if you're trying to make money off of it. Use, only if you're in Paint Party Headquarters for that. Okay, so in just a second, I'm going to announce the winners. And then I have just a couple of more things I want to add. And then I got to let y'all go. And if I do some more touching up, because I know I'm going to want to add glitter and things like that. And when I do that, I'll make sure to post a finished picture. So how many of you are getting excited about spring? I know it's still early, but it's so much. So it's like we're ready for that, the winter to be gone. Okay, so what I'm thinking is I'll add maybe some shading on the bottom. Maybe some shading. I might try to add like a rainbow. Again, this is not stuck yet. So I'll probably try to add like a rainbow. Maybe he can be kind of like somebody like Garden the Rainbow instead of a leprechaun. So something in here might come in with a rainbow. And then I also want to put luck favors the prepared, as well as a bow. So I think this would be really cute to add, on a door or something like that. Or just hanging somewhere in a room to celebrate that. So for those of y'all, again, if you're just signing, I'm about to announce the winners of the Deco Art, so make sure you are putting in some comments really quick right now. And then also I want to say happy early St. Patty's Day, I guess. No, really. I want to say thank you for watching. I'm going to announce 3 winners for the Deco Art. If you have not, if you don't know who I am, I teach women how to make money teaching paint parties. I have tons and tons of free things that you can get on my website. Also some things if you want to purchase, but to help you along with your paint parties. Because again, booking the paint parties I feel like is the easy part. The part I feel like people struggle with really is, the part I feel like they really struggle with is getting the butts in the seat, the marketing. And what I want to say, whether you are, thank you, Stephanie. What I want to say is whether you are already in Paint Party Headquarters or you're not, when you are starting to struggle with getting butts in the seat, Guys, you have got to remember, it is part of, and I'm going to go over this really in detail with the ladies in Paint Party headquarters, but I'm just going to briefly talk about it right now, is you have got to remember, like, what are you posting consistently? What are you doing all the time that is going to help show that you're that paint party person? So a lot of times the marketing starts way before you ever start a paint party. And I think it's so true that you don't just go, okay, it didn't work, in 5 minutes and let me give up. Guys, I'm telling you, it takes time. Anything worth having takes time. It really does. And so I just wanted to share this with you. Thank you so much for coming, hanging out with me. Again, these you can get at Craft Creations, and it's not finished, so I'm still gonna work on it a little bit, and then I'll share some stuff to you. Okay, and then if you're interested in Paint Party headquarters, we don't open the doors again. I don't know what is going on with my hair. We don't open the doors again until May of 2020. So we have about 3.5 months before we open. But just if you want some free stuff in the meantime, just check out my website, check out my YouTube channel, check out my Facebook page, and you can grab some free stuff in the meantime. Okay, so Amanda Lee Horning, you are the first winner. Thanks for saying you like my bracelets. And remember, you are loved, all of you. Amanda Horning, you're the first winner, so make sure you message me with your full address, and then I'll get that over to Deco Art. Sharon Jones, you are the second winner, and Delena, I always call her D Meeker, you are the third winner. So if y'all three will send me a message, not the rest of y'all, just y'all three. Well, I guess you can send me a message if you want. But y'all three send me a message with your full address, and I'm going to get that over to Deco Art so they can send you a fun surprise in the mail. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.